I hope that you are okay today. Aren't you?
Good morning.
Morning.
Really, but need
Not
to
really.
learn English.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so let us start today. At the very beginning, I just want to ask you, well, if you have any questions from the previous session, or maybe there is something that you didn't understand and you want clarifications? Okay.
I had no questions.
Okay, so I hope that if there are questions, then you will ask, okay? So we continue, and today we are going to talk about corporate culture. Corporate culture. Well, are there any ideas what it is? So can you give not an explanation, but well, how do you understand this? So when someone says corporate culture, what are your associations?
Кооперация.
Corporate culture? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so the key word here is culture. Yeah.
It might be a set of rules or just environment where all the colleagues communicate with each other, or the way how they do communicate, what events or workshops they organize with each other. So it's a bit of a wider maybe question. What is a corporate culture?
Yeah, the question is quite wide. Yes, well, but it's okay. Well, so the keyword here, that is a kind of behavior, inside the different companies and corporations. Okay, and I suggest us to start not like with discussing it once, well, but I have a text which we will go through now, and that will be easier for us than to discuss and to work on this topic. Okay. Well, I have to share my screen now with you. It will be, that's it. Just a second. Yeah. Should be here. Yes. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, it is called corporate culture. Well, and usually I give this text to students, well, for independent reading, and then they make a kind of a summary. Well, but as for us, let us go through it. Well, and we will see whether, what it is, what is corporate culture. Well, who wants to start reading? Yeah, any volunteers?
Okay, I can start.
Yeah, please. Well, Bogdan, yeah, please, if you can.
So, what is a corporate culture? There are two answers to this question. One non-academic and one academic. In the non-academic approach, the basic definition of corporate culture is the personality of an organization, or simply how things are done around here. It includes core values and beliefs, corporate ethics, rules of behavior. Corporate culture can be expressed in the
that is expressed in, okay, so that is misprint.
Expressed in the company's mission statement and other communications, in the architectural style or interior decoration of offices, by what people wear to work, by how people address each other, and in the of various employees.
Various employees. Various employees.
Various employees. Yeah. Then there is the academic approach to corporate culture, often called organizational culture in this context. There are many gurus in this field, and perhaps the best known is Gert Hofstede. He has developed a cultural organizational model which
No. That is cultural orientation model.
Orientational model, which classifies cultures based on where they fall on 5 continuous, highly simplified below.
Yes, continuums. Yeah, continuums.
Yeah,
well,
continuums.
Okay. Yeah, let us stop for a moment. Well, is everything clear? Don't we need to translate, or maybe some words that you don't understand?
Yeah, sure. So actually, the ones that you just highlighted, expressed.
Yeah, expressed in. Yeah, there should be a space. Yeah, to express. Yeah, expressed in the company mission. Yeah, it's PDF, so I cannot do anything to correct it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then there was another one. Just a second. I'll try to find where was it. Statement.
Or maybe this one. No.
Oh yeah. This one is definitely. Can you just explain?
Well, so continuums. Well, let us do it in this way. Yeah. I just want to give you
I would say dimensional, like a 5-dimension, 5 continuums.
Dimensional. Okay, continuum. Yeah, I will show now. You wait a second. I will show you. Stop sharing here. Share. Where is it? Here. Well, so this is the explanation from Cambridge Dictionary. So continuum, something that changes in character gradually or in very slight stages without any clear dividing points. Well, I even don't know. I'm not sure that well, how to say it in Ukrainian. Continuum. Yeah, do you know how to say it in Ukrainian? Well, you know, sometimes we understand the word. Well, let us try it here. Постоянство, наличие. Ну, непрерывный процесс, вот это, наверное, больше всего подходит, окей? Continuum. Okay. So translation is, well, doesn't, well, explain quite a lot, well, but here is a good explanation. So something that changes gradually, yes, without any dividing points, clear dividing points, okay? Well, so that is continuum, and we go further. Here we are. Okay, so these are continuous. Well, I don't know why is it called, well, it is called here continuous. Well, that is something like notions, I would say. Oh, but okay. Maybe anything else here in this piece? Okay. Yeah, I would say that when you ask what is corporate culture, well, these things should be included: core values and beliefs, corporate ethics, and rules of behavior. Well, that is like a general description. Well, and here where we have these 5 continuums, well, this is more of academic approach. Okay, but let us go through it. Okay. Well, then will you continue, or maybe someone else wants to read? Okay, Bogdan, please continue. Bogdan? No sound on your side.
Sorry?
Yeah. So will you continue, please?
Oh yeah, I actually was reading. Yeah. So the first one, individual versus collective. At what level in the organization is the behavior regulated? The second one is power distance. Do less powerful parties accept the existing distribution of power.
Mhm.
The third one, uncertainty avoidance. Do employees feel threatened by ambiguity?
Mhm.
How important are rules? The first, dominant values. What are the dominant values? Assertiveness, money, job satisfaction. The last one, short-term versus long-term. Do employees expect immediate or deferred gratification?
Okay, well, let us once again have a look. Like, how we answer these questions which are given at each point. So, at what level in the organization is behavior regulated? Well, that is individual or collective. So, whether people get together and decide what should be the rules of behavior, or that is something which the management of the organization decide on. Yeah. Then the power distance. Well, that is well, about the existing distribution of power. Well, that is, as far as I understand this. Well, for whom these rules of behavior are applicable, if I'm not mistaken. So that is power distance. Like if you are the top management, well, you can feel freer than if you are just a common employee. Yeah. Well, then, do employees feel threatened by ambiguity? Well, it's something like uncertainty. Do employees feel threatened by ambiguity? That is like whether these rules are clear or not. So whether you are aware of how to behave, well, whether you understand clearly, yeah, the rules are written in that way, in the way that you know what to do and you don't have any hesitations, yeah. And how important are the rules? Well, sometimes there are rules, well, but nobody follows them. So that is uncertainty avoidance. Well, then dominant values. Well, what are dominant values? Well, they suggest assertiveness, money, job satisfaction. Well, assertiveness, well, what is it? Assertiveness? Do you know the word? Well, that is how again how confident you are at your workplace. Well, do you feel like you are necessary member of the organization or not? Whether authorities, management acknowledge your values, your achievements, and understand how important you are in the organization. Well, no, money and job satisfaction is clear. Yeah. So what is more important? Money, how much money you earn, you can get in the organization, or how happy you are at your job place. Well, and then short term, long term, well, that is like immediate or deferred gratification. Well, gratification, that is like acknowledgement of your achievements, of your importance. Well, and whether you expect it on day-to-day, everyday basis, or you expect it well, to be done somewhere in the future, like at the end of the project, for example, something like this. Well, but all these things, they are quite academic, and I don't think that we have to dig deeper into this. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, no. Well, then we continue here. Yeah, let us someone else.
I just want to specify ambiguity. It looks like more double sense, double meaning,
Yeah.
rather uncertain, because uncertain it's like multi direction, and ambiguities on the like two directions.
Yeah, well, that is when you are not certain in the exact meaning, yeah? So ambiguity when you don't know whether to go, for example, yeah? Yeah, I agree that, well, uncertainty may be, well, there are no proper synonyms, yeah? Well, we only can explain. Yeah, we're going to have a look again. Wait a second. We open the dictionary, and it is ambiguity. The fact of something having more than one possible meaning and therefore possibly causing confusion. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if we talk about synonyms, there is one more explanation. A situation, a statement that is unclear because it can be understood in more than one way. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let us continue. Let us continue. Well, will someone else continue reading? Yeah, boys.
Sorry, start reading from which part?
Company culture effects.
I can.
Yeah, please, Yaroslav.
Company culture affects employees in many ways. For example, the hours you work, including options such as flex time and telecommuting.
Yeah, telecommuting.
The work environment, including how employees interact, the degree of competition, and whether it's a fun or hostile environment.
Hostile environment.
Hostile environment.
Mhm.
The dress code, including accepted styles of clothing and things such as casual days.
Mhm.
The office space, including things such as
Cubicles.
cubicles,
Uh-huh.
window offices, and rules regarding display of personal items. Training and skills development available to employees. On-site perks such as break rooms, gyms, daycare facilities, etc. The amount of time outside the office you are expected to spend with coworkers. Interaction with other employees, including managers and top management.
Okay, yeah, let us stop here. Let us stop.
Uh-huh.
Well, so there was a short stop before telecommuting. Well, do you know the word? What is it? No, don't know? Well, that is really what are we doing now? That is remote work, when you can work from home, telecommute. Well, you know, there is a word to commute, commuting. That is when you travel from home to work. And nowadays it is very popular to work from home. That is telecommuting. Okay. Well, and yeah, cubicles.
A personal working space.
Place, yeah. Well, usually that is in open space offices where, well, work places are separated from each other by low walls. Yeah. Okay.
Little fence around your working place.
Yeah. Right. Okay, good. Well, anything else here? Well, what is perks? Well, on-site perks.
Benefits?
Benefits, perfect. Yeah, that is benefits. Okay. Yeah, well, and
Говорять плюшки.
плюшки, yeah. Так. Okay, and there is small piece to finish this text. Yeah, Yaroslav, will you?
Where did I finish?
Yeah, another key issue.
Another key issue is whether the company might be слово hierarchy is tall with many layers or flat with few layers. This links to the issue of the delegation or not of responsibilities, the importance of corporate culture is growing as a result of several recent developments, some of which are listed below. Companies are encouraging employees to be more responsible and act and think like owners. There is a decline of more traditional communities, e.g.,
For
не знаю. For example, neighborhoods, companies are feeling their employees need to belong to a community. Companies are encouraging teamwork.
Companies.
Companies.
So
Companies.
you keep pronouncing it in the wrong way. So that is companies, companies, okay?
Next.
So there is one paragraph.
Okay.
Left.
For all these reasons, organizations need to make their culture explicit, and it is increasingly referred to in mission statements and emphasized in company-sponsored training and company communications.
Okay. Any questions here? Okay. To make the company explicit.
Visible and opposite word implicit.
Okay, so like visible, understandable, clear.
Clear.
Clear. Okay, yeah, no questions here. So we won't really discuss this text. Well, this text is just like introduction to the topic for you to have to get a general idea what are we going to talk about. Well, but of course we are not going to to look deep into academic things of corporate cultures. Well, before we continue, not before we continue, but we will continue with some words and phrases. Words and phrases.
Can I specify one word? It looks like I remember about perks. We need to understand here in a direct meaning on side perks. It means on the kitchen cookies, tea, coffee, perhaps Friday pizzas. It means on-site perks, more literally, not just general benefits.
Well, the word itself, the original meaning of the word is something like a hook. Yeah. So, well, I cannot tell you whether this word is used for some big things or these small like pizzas and coffee in the office. Well, nowadays it is used like in an official communication. So if you talk face to face with some manager, he can seduce you with some perks in their company. Yeah. Well, but if it is written somewhere in the document, they will write benefits, of course, but not perks. So this is an unofficial word. Well, but again, let us have a look. Yeah, it is always good to where is it? like to check with the dictionary. Well, have a look what they tell us.
I think you need looking for on-site perks, like a phrase or like a stable
On-site.
phrase. Yeah,
Okay,
on-site.
okay, yeah, maybe on-site. Office or box? No. Executive perks I have. Well, you see, they don't give us it's like a phrase. So we have on-site, which is happening in the place where people work. Well, and we have perks, not together, not together. Like perk. Mobile phone, some perks that come with the job. Or maybe you see, they say such as money or goods that you're given because of your job. So I don't think that they mean like these small things, on-site perks. Yeah, but yeah, on-site there is something which is in the office. Yeah. Okay. Well, and now we are going here. Well, can you see this this side? Well, here we will look through the words. So, yeah, can you see the card?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, наставник, керівник. Which one?
Supervisor.
Yeah, I guess supervisor. Okay. Вловлювати, навчитися. Вловлювати. Ага.
Pick up.
To pick up. Perfect. Зміцнювати, посилювати.
To reinforce.
Дорожити, цінувати, бути високої думки.
Value.
To value. Good. Працювати понаднормово.
To work long hours.
Yes, very good.
Overtimes.
Yeah, to work overtime. Yeah.
Overtime can be.
Yeah, неприпустимий, неприйнятний.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Good. Правила поведінки неписані.
Unwritten rules of behavior.
Behavior. Good. Yeah, раунд пройден. Чудесно. Окей. Стажування, виробниче навчання. Оп.
I thought it trainee.
Well,
Perhaps monkey business.
No.
Monkey.
No. Yeah, what is monkey business?
It's like not phrasal, but kind of idiom.
Yes, it's a idiomatic expression, right?
Yes.
Without purpose, like completely don't need to do it.
Not serious. Yes, in not serious way.
Really not. Really not. Well, you know, quite a lot of people misunderstand this expression. Well, monkey business, well, that is like misbehavior. Misbehavior. Well, let us have a look. Monkey business. Well, again, we have the dictionary here. Monkey.
I know monkey job. It looks like a 0.3 in a green color. It's like a monkey job.
Well, so you see, behavior that is not acceptable or is dishonest. So that is monkey business. Well, the meanings dishonest or illegal behavior. Okay.
Like a harassment.
Well, could be. Okay. Well, so let us come back to стажування. So it's not monkey business. It's not civil service for sure. It's work placement. Work placement. Well, it is стажування. Work placement. Окей. Основні цінності і переконання.
Core values and beliefs.
And beliefs. Okay, good. Корпоративна культура.
Corporate culture.
Yes. Now this thing is more a little bit more difficult. So наставник, керівник буде
Supervisor.
supervisor. Okay. So let us say we know this word. Вловлювати, навчитися. Это те слова, которые мы прошли уже. Не услышала.
Pick up.
Pick up, okay.
Reinforce.
Reinforce.
Reinforce, perfect.
Value.
Ага.
Value.
To work long hours. or
Okay. Yes, to work long hours, you can say to work overtime. Yeah.
To work over.
Uh-huh.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
Unwritten rules of behavior.
Perfect.
Workplace.
Yeah, there is work placement. Yeah. Okay. Don't remember?
Core values and
yeah.
Beliefs.
Beliefs, yes, core values and beliefs. Okay.
Corporate culture.
Yeah.
Dress code.
Dress code, that's it. Ага, нам одно еще слово подкинули. Okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, I will send you the link to, well, these cards, well, because there are 41 words. Well, you can see there are quite a lot of them. Yeah, where is it now? Карточки. There are 41 word and phrase. Also, you will have a look and have a possibility to learn the words at home. There is a long list of them, you see. Long list of them. Okay. Yeah, we won't go through all of them. Well, we continue, and now we go to так. So now I want some questions, to ask you some questions. Well, yeah, before again, I ask you questions. Well, I want you to have a look at, yeah, the words. By the way, here is work placement. You see, there is a definition, is a period of work, usually unpaid, that someone does in order to get experience in the world of work. Yeah, it is also known as work experience, and in American English as an internship. Well, someone told that is like internship. Well, it's American word. Well, but in Great Britain, they prefer work placement. Well, also I know that in America, they also use this word work placement. Well, then there is a word. Well, these words, maybe you, well, you can use them. You will be able to use them when answering the questions. That will be a little bit on the next slide. So to conform, that is to follow generally accepted rules. Well, do you know how, do you understand this word, to conform? Can you translate?
It's like
Следователь.
Okay. Well, to fit in, to be in harmony with something or someone.
Ладити з кимось.
Okay. To step out of line, to behave in a different way from what is expected.
Bad behavior.
Mhm. No, bad behavior, yeah, maybe not bad. Well, it depends on where you are and what is the corporate culture. So if you are somewhere in a criminal surrounding, maybe to step out of line, that means to behave well, yeah? Well, so to step out of line, ну, відрізнятися, виділятися, поводитися не так, як інші. To rock the boat, to do something that causes problems or difficulties. Ми маємо такий вираз розшатувати лодку, так? Човен. Щось таке ми маємо. Добре. Таке питання. What would you do in each situation and explain why? So, just imagine that you've just started working in a new company. So do you try to look as smart and professional as possible, or wear jeans and a t-shirt like all the other employees, and why? Well, as for me, the questions, well, I have taken them from the course book, well, but, and they seem to me a little bit logical, but anyway, so you start working in a new company. So what would you do?
A. Try
A.
to look as smart and professional as possible.
Okay, well, but again, just imagine that you started working in a company like, I don't know, Google. As far as I know, the corporate culture there allows, well, to wear jeans and t-shirts. Well, does that mean that you will stand out of line if you look smart, well, in a suit, for example? Huh? No answer.
I think clothes is not important.
Uh-huh.
The main thing is skills and your professional experience.
Yeah, that is true. But again, don't you think that it much depends on where you work, whether you work in a governmental office or in some IT company? Well, you could be a very high professional and you work in, well, somewhere in public administration, for example, and you come to work in a t-shirt and in jeans. So would it be okay? Maybe not. Because there is, well, dress code is important, especially if you just start working. Well, your first day or second day, well, and you wear the clothes which is comfortable only for you, and you don't care what is the dress code. You have to understand where you work. Okay, let us go to the second one. So again, you are a novice in the company, a newcomer. So would you stop work at 5 o'clock like everyone else, or would you stay longer to finish your work? And explain your choice.
Finish your work because you are new people in the company. You need to spend more time to fulfill your part of work, and perhaps you need to spend more time.
Okay. Any other ideas? Does everybody agree?
I would like to
I
counter
agree.
offense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I will be a manager and I get a new intern, I would describe that situation as an underperformance or inefficiency in conducting the work. Of course, it depends on the manager how he or she loaded that particular intern. But if someone doesn't perform his job within the working hours, then this is a concern.
Yeah, okay, well, but we're talking about a new person, well, and maybe it is right to stay longer and well to understand like what your work is. Okay, yeah, agree.
I think if you are a new person in a company, nobody will ask you to stay longer because nobody wants you to like decide not to work in this company.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Well, but again, there always should be someone who can explain you what to do and to help you to be in the course of the affairs, right? Well, so, and if everyone leaves, well, what can you do alone? Okay, and one more question. So what would you do? Would you share your ideas and opinions at staff meetings immediately? Well, remember, you are the newcomer. Well, or would you say nothing like most of your colleagues? So would you keep your opinion to yourself or would you share it? Is it
share.
you would?
Share.
Why?
Because okay, you are new people and you generate, you are thinking in another way than the leftover of your colleagues, and you can express your new ideas like a new new breeze in the company.
Okay. Yes, I agree. Well, I would do the same. Well, is there anyone who would keep silence? Okay, so we prefer to talk. Okay, very good. Yes, and now we go further and we go to this monkey business. Well, do you remember what monkey business is? Because there was a kind of misunderstanding of this idiomatic expression. Well, yeah, here. Oh no, not here. So what is? Yeah. So I just remind you that is yeah, we call a monkey business a behavior which is not acceptable or which is dishonest. Okay, dishonest. Well, what will we do? We will do now scan reading. So I will remind you what it is. So that is to read something very quickly to get a general idea of the meaning of the text and to find particular information. It is not necessary to understand every word, Well, so what are we reading for? Yeah, just a second. I will show you. Yeah, just a second. So I want you to answer these questions. Well, here, scan reading. Can you see these 3 questions? So we will read, you will read it by yourself, and then you would tell me, so what the monkey experiment demonstrated. Then you have to choose 7 examples of unwritten rules and what new staff learn about work culture and how they learn it. Так, мне нужно, чтобы у вас эти вопросы были, наверное, где-то, чтобы вы их видели, да? Как это сделать? Наверное, вот так я сейчас их сфотографирую и вам вот где-то тут, где у меня доска сейчас. Stop sharing, share. Где тут у меня была доска? Window. Карточки. Сейчас, ребята, все никак не могу с этим разобраться толком. Ага, вот она. Вот она доска. Ну. Так. Могу так вставить. Да, вот я вставила, оно вставляется. Видно вам, да? То есть вот это 3 вопроса, на которые вы будете отвечать. Так, теперь текст. Теперь текст. Вот так вот. Так, текст хорошо видно?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so you have 3 questions, well, and you have like 3 minutes to look through and answer these 3 questions. Well, please. Okay, so can you now answer the questions here? Oh, no, not here. Sorry. Where are they? Ага. Не здесь. Вопросы. Так, где эта доска? Господи, боже мой. Так, вот. So questions are here. Also, what are the monkey experiment demonstrated?
Inappropriate behavior.
Sorry, once again.
Inappropriate behavior.
Inappropriate behavior. Inappropriate behavior. Well, inappropriate behavior. Okay. Yeah, any other ideas? Okay, so
it could be combining with the bothering behavior, any kind of behavior out of the campaign ethics.
Company ethics. Okay.
Ethics.
Okay. Well, then what are the 7 examples of unwritten rules of behavior in the company? So what is given? Well, you can tell. Well, have I to show you? Do I have to show you the text again?
Maybe I'll give a first example. Staying
Yeah.
longer than an employee is supposed to, overworking. It's one of the unwritten rules. So to satisfy the boss, that you're a hard worker.
Okay, what else? What else? Okay.
Could you repeat? I missed.
Yeah, so now we're talking about 7 unwritten rules of behavior.
Don't make. I just saw. Don't make a personal call. Only using corporate.
Okay.
Any picking up or on the working place.
Also, they are given there quite clearly. Yeah, and you can see them now, right, on the board. So nobody should ever climb the ladder. So that doesn't matter whether we're talking about monkeys or about employees. Here's the career ladder. So working long hours is more important than achieving results. That was there. The boss is always right, even when he's wrong. Well, if he's wrong, well, see number 1, yeah. So if you're not at your desk, you're not working. So these are unwritten rules. Well, not something which is written in the statutes of the company for sure. Well, then nobody complains because nothing changes. Women, ethnic minorities, and people over 50s are not promoted. And the customer is king, but don't tell anyone because management are more interested in profitability. Okay, so these are the things which are written in the text. And yes. And there was one more question. Как-то сложно переключить. Я не могу сразу 2 окошка показывать. Что же это такое? Нет, не получается у меня это делать. И еще один вопрос у нас был.
You can launch 2 browsers and split these browsers on the window and display simultaneously as 2 browsers.
Да. Так, как это сделать сейчас? Так. Нет, это не так. Так, ну ладно, это у меня сейчас займет еще какое-то время, поэтому я, наверное, не буду этого делать. Там мне нужно разобраться все-таки.
Okay, you just need to grab one of the tab and move out the existed line of tabs at
Yeah.
that
I
zone.
think, yeah. Like this, maybe. Yeah. Just a second. Ага. Вот так вот. Ага, я могу вам тогда показывать сразу 2. Так, сейчас. Вот. Просто, наверное, будет не очень хорошо видно. Так. Share. Я тогда должна буду поделить экран. Вот так. Вот вам видно весь экран, но вам плохо, наверное, видно текст тогда.
It's good, we can zoom.
Окей. Okay, so one more question here. So what new what new staff learn about work culture and how they learn it? Yeah. Can you tell me? Well, it is somewhere in the at the end. No ideas?
Maybe I will answer. Yeah.
Yes,
The way,
please. Please.
how the new staff learns corporates behavior or particular company's culture is by observing others' behavior, because other employees would just explain how things are done in the company. So you will be just basically managed by the whole environment. You will observe the whole behavior like a sponge.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Okay, and now we have some questions for to discuss. Well, let us, yeah. Well, yes. Well, here. These questions. Well, do you think organizations and companies can, what do you think organizations and companies can do to avoid negative unwritten rules? Any ideas?
Elaborate completely specific rules and ethics to avoid ambiguities in these rules. Clarify any topics.
Okay. Okay. I agree. Well, then question number 2. So what unwritten rules do you imagine you might encounter in your country as an intern in a government department, for example? So you have to think, or a small public relations firm. Well, and you have to think about like office etiquette, relations with colleagues, management, clients, and autonomy and initiative. So what unwritten rules might you encounter? You understand the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking about government and department. If I'm not mistaken, it would be completely, completely dressed up. For women, they should avoid short jibs. And I forgot. They
Skirts.
need to
Yes, skirts.
put on чулки, забыл как чулки будут.
Stockings. Stockings. Yeah,
Stockings. Yeah,
stockings. Okay.
we are stockings.
Well, so this dress code is applicable only to women?
Yeah, for men too, it should be, they should wear trousers, preferable in dark colors, long sleeve,
Sleeve, yeah, long sleeve shirts.
Long sleeve shirts.
Well, okay. So that is as to dress code. Yeah. It is not so important for a small public relations firm, yeah. So there people can be dress well, more casually, yeah. Okay, any other ideas? Okay, Well, there is one more question. So which work culture above would you prefer to work in? Well, like in a government department or in a small public relations firm. So where the rules are very strict and you have to follow strict dress code and not to make personal calls during your work time. Well, and coffee and lunch breaks are very limited. Or in a small public relations firm where things are not so strict. So which is more preferable for you? And does it influence much to your choice for work? Difficult to answer? You don't know? Oh, okay. Yeah, it can be difficult, well, to say what is more preferable. Well, for example, you don't like very formal rules, well, but well, the payment is very good. Well, then you can be in favor of governmental department. Well, good. Now we continue and we go further. We go to the listening task. And the task is yes, we're going further. We're going to the listening task. Well, what will you do? You will listen to two people, Sandra, who is an American business student. Well, and the other one is David. He is a British civil service manager. Well, and they are going to talk about problems they experience with work placements. So you have to answer two questions after the first listening. What problems they have, what problems did Sandra have, and what problems did David have? Well, and what were the misunderstandings that caused these problems? Well, so here we are. Yeah. So Sandra, American business student, David, British civil service manager. Problems they experience during with the work placements. So one question and question number two. Are you ready to listen to? Одну секунду, тут, наверное, еще нужно включить какую-то кнопочку, чтобы вы слышали. Да, вот она, эта кнопочка. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Track 6.
Yeah, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got my first placement in a PR firm in Paris. Our teachers had told us to be careful about dress code, being on time, and so on. But I had a problem I really wasn't expecting. The first day, I arrived at 8:30, and I was a bit surprised because I had to wait an hour and a half for my supervisor to arrive. In fact, most people came in at about 11 o'clock. But everybody was very friendly. They gave me a project to work on, and I thought, great, I can really do a good job here, and make a good impression. Well, for the first 2 weeks, I worked from 9 in the morning to about 7 in the evening. I didn't really have a social life because I only got home about 8, but like I said, I wanted to make a good impression. But then, gradually, people became less friendly and stopped talking to me. I couldn't understand why they were giving me these funny looks. especially when I went home in the evening. Anyway, in the end, I went and asked my supervisor what I'd done wrong. And in fact, the problem was that most people didn't go home until 9 or 10 p.m. So, because I left at about 7, I was breaking the unwritten rules. They all thought I was lazy. I mean, I knew I was the first to leave, but I arrived at 9 a.m. and I was working really hard, you know. But as far as they were concerned, you couldn't do any real work before 11. So arriving at 9 in the morning didn't count.
Okay, yeah, would you like to listen once again to tell me what problems Sarah had?
Completely. Fair enough.
Okay, well then can you tell me what were her problems?
In a bottom line, I would say it's a global problem related to the unwritten rules and ambiguities became from this unclear rules for newcomer. I would say, first of all, supervisor should explain these unwritten rules on the first meeting with Sandra. And second one, someone from colleague from teammates could friendly talk about this. And Sandra really good employee. He tries do the best from her side to fit to fit into the team.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. So that was this Sandra's problems. Okay. Well, and now let us listen to David.
You don't hear anything?
Ah, really? Yeah, wait a second. Ах, ты, Господи, боже мой. Сейчас. Так. Опять тут какая-то... Каждый раз я должна вот это по новой включать. Так. 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 Так, это... Ага. Here? Do you hear?
I couldn't.
No.
Что такое? Так. Так. Так.
Track 7.
Now?
Yeah.
I'm a department
Слышно, да? Okay.
manager in the civil service. The department's actually very informal and friendly. We're all quite young, and everyone's on first-name terms. We all have lunch together in the canteen, and we often go to the pub for a drink after work. We have 1 or 2 interns per year. We try to make them feel at home and part of the team, and usually it's fine. But a year or two ago, I had a problem with an intern I was supervising. At first, everything was fine. Monica was very bright and friendly and got on well with everybody. But then one day, we had a crisis in the office. My manager needed one of Monica's files for an important meeting at 10 a.m. We couldn't find it, and unfortunately, Monica wasn't in the office. She wasn't answering her phone, and she didn't arrive until 10:15. In fact, she had been to the dentist's, but she hadn't told me that she'd be late. Well, as you can imagine, I was stressed out, and I made it very clear that this was unacceptable. And Monica just burst into tears. So I had to tell her that, well, you know, that was unprofessional too. Anyway, after that, things were never the same. She stopped socializing with the rest of the team. She wouldn't say anything in meetings, and she didn't even eat in the canteen with us anymore. I tried to explain that it was my job to tell her when there was a problem, and that it wasn't personal, but she couldn't accept that. For her, a boss was a boss, and a friend was a friend, and you couldn't be a boss and a friend.
Okay. So, what about David and his problems with Monica? Yeah. Can anybody tell me? Tell us?
Okay, I will then maybe answer.
Yeah, please.
So David's problem was that her new intern didn't show up right on time. She came later than supposed to, without notifying her manager, and that was a problem. However, here was a bit unclear how David exactly delivered this message. Maybe he did it in front of everyone, so Monica was a bit ashamed, and after that, her relationship with the manager was destroyed, and this could be caused because she was maybe younger, without too young for that corporation, without experience in other companies. How here maybe the main rule is yeah, you need to treat working environment a bit different, where nothing is personal, yeah, and it's all about the work.
Yeah, you're quite right. Okay, so let us have a look. So in the first case, when we listened to Sandra, she was not accepted by her colleagues because they felt that she left work too early, and they stayed overtime. They stayed long hours. Well, and in this case, David upset an intern who arrived late. So that was the problem. These were the problems. Well, misunderstandings that which caused these problems. Well, in first case, Sandra misunderstood unwritten office rules on working hours. Well, and David assumed Monica would know to inform him. She had a dentist appointment, which she well, hadn't done. Yeah, well, she didn't. And Monica misinterpreted David's friendliness. Well, he was too friendly, maybe. Yeah. Well, as changing the supervisor-intern relationship. So she accepted him as a friend only, not as supervisor. Okay, and yeah, we won't listen again, but the question here, what mistakes did the students and the supervisor make in each case? Well, students, interns. Well, that is what, so we can assume that from the problems, yeah, and misunderstandings. So can you tell about Sandra and Monica? So what was Sandra's mistake? No ideas?
So maybe
Okay.
in both cases, both of them are supposed to know and ask this question before even the first working day. What are the working hours? And, what are basic principles of how and when the employees are supposed to leave the office.
So that is about Sandra and Monica, yeah? Okay, let us have a look. So what she did or didn't. So she didn't ask about, and she wasn't sensitive to unwritten rules, and she didn't talk to colleagues. Yeah. So that is Sandra's. Well, but that is from your point of view. Yeah. Well, and David's story about Monica. Well, she took friendly culture at face value. She didn't accept criticism, and she didn't learn from the problem. So that is about Monica. Well, and mistakes of supervisors. Yeah, do you remember? Supervisors' mistakes?
In the first case or in the second case?
Well, in the first and then in the second.
In the first case, supervisor didn't familiarize Sandra with the unwritten rules. And in the second case, I think he picked up claims in not in a private conversation, and anyway need to define who was responsible in preparing for the meeting and who didn't try it from the evening where the files, if I'm not mistaken, trainee Jenny was only responsible for preparing, but someone else, like a supervisor, should verify from the evening, not postpone to the morning.
Till the morning.
Check it. Yeah, check the
Okay.
document.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let us have a look. So in Sandra's story, so supervisor didn't tell student about unwritten rules, you mentioned it here, well, and gave student too much autonomy and didn't make sure student met colleagues. Well, in the second story, David's story, well, he didn't explain local work culture, you mentioned it. Well, and you haven't mentioned that he didn't keep enough distance from intern and didn't understand the intern's confusion. So that was the problem. Okay. Can you tell me whether you have ever had any problems at your workplaces, misunderstandings related to the rules of the company, the corporate culture? Well, have you ever had any problems? No.
Well, I will give an example of my experience. I was also an intern in a German company, and they had an unwritten rule of not making jokes at all. So making fun, making a bit environment, more friendliness. So there was a moment when I made a joke, a bit of sarcastic joke, but it was not accepted by everyone. And I will not go into these details, but afterwards I was just told that it's better not to, make jokes in front of everyone, because not everyone might just accept it or find it funny.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it depends much not on a corporate culture, but on like differences in mentality of different people. Yeah, like Germans and Ukrainians. Well, we understand. Well, our understanding of humor is a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Okay, good. Well, by the way, about like fun at work, we'll continue talking about it. Well, but now you can have a break, and you will come back in, well, in how many minutes? Well, so now it is like 10:22. Well, will you come back at 10 or 20 minutes is enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Later.
10:40. I'm waiting for you back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So have a cup of coffee. Yeah, hello back. Is everybody back now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Great, we continue then, yeah? So, and we go to, well, the next part. Well, I have prepared, well, a kind of presentation here again. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Well, so we will work with vocabulary now a bit. We will talk about work organization and responsibility. Well, but before we start, well, you see, I have prepared it in this way. Well, but well, this well, here you have a list of different jobs. And your task is to match these jobs with the person who is speaking. Well, but it is difficult to do, well, in this way. So I have prepared you, well, a kind of a game. So you can scan this barcode, or you can go to this link, using this link to this site. Well, please do it. And there you can, yeah, I think that I can send you in chat this link. It will be chat. Where is chat? Here. And yes. So you have this link in the chat if you cannot scan in some way. Well, so are you successful? Can you get to the...
Yeah, I opened it.
Okay. Well, it should be something like this, yeah? Okay. So you have some minutes to do this. If there are any questions, well, please. Well, there is one job which can sound quite strange to you, Girl Friday. Well, but I won't tell you now. Well, later when you finish doing this exercise, I will ask you, what is Girl Friday? Well, have you completed?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. Okay, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did.
Oh, okay. So have you made a lot of mistakes? Tell me, please.
I have
20.
only 5 or 15 rights.
Ah, so that is quite difficult to do, yeah? Well, okay, let us have a look together. Let us have a look together. Well, now you can see the correct answers here. Well, so just let us read and understand why these are the words of these people. Okay, yeah, who will read? Who wants to start?
I can start.
Yeah, Yaroslav, please.
Technical support consultant.
Mhm.
Hello, my name is Adam Dent. I help customers who are having problems with our products. I spend most of my day on the phone.
Okay, so what well allows you to to think that this is technical support consultant?
He's on the phone and he's like consultants who are
dealing with problems, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is not clear why technical, well, but anyway, he's support consultant, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the next one.
Call manager.
Yeah.
My name is Ryan Briggs. I'm responsible for developing our employees' potential through courses and other staff development programs.
So, you know, what is the other word for such a person? Is it called trainers or more often coaches? Do you know this word? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that coach is an American word. Well, and trainer is a British one. Okay, go on.
Hi there, my name is Mark Searley and I supervise the production process. It's what it was correctly, yeah, because it's easy.
It's quite
production
clear,
process,
yeah.
production manager.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to YT Computers. Have you got an appointment? Good, take a seat and I'll call up to her office. Would you like coffee while you wait? It was easy too, because it's receptionist.
Yeah, so connects you, get in touch with different people, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and offers coffee as well. Yeah, good.
I'm Anne Langsdale and I've been appointed by the shareholders to help run the company. No, I was not correctly here.
Yeah, there could be problems. So we have company director, we have managing director, we have chairman, we have non-executive director, we have a CEO. Yeah. So, and all these people, well, they are in their managing positions. Yeah, it's for me that I also a little bit ambiguous here. Okay, but company director is usually appointed by shareholders. Company director. Okay, yeah, really don't understand what is the difference with chief executive officer. I don't know. Yeah, you could misuse it. Well, the next one.
Next, I was right. I'm Judy Briers. I work directly for Liz Hamley, and for her alone, I perform various secretarial and administrative duties for her.
Yes, various secretarial and administrative. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just a personal assistant usually works for one person. Yeah, while secretary could work for the whole department. Yeah, good. Yeah, the next one.
Hi, my name is Sue Smith. I do a lot of small jobs in and around the office. If you want some filling done, some mail posted.
Filing, okay, some filing, not
some
filling,
filing done. Filing down, some mail posted, or if you just want a cup of tea, I am the one to ask.
Okay, and so what is the position, Girl Friday? Do you understand it?
Как секретарша одного дня, я не знаю.
Well, it's, yeah, really, it is secretary. Well, I would say that Girl Friday and secretary is the same. Well, but Girl Friday is a bit, it is unofficial, of course, and it could be considered as a bit like sexist. Yeah, Girl Friday. Well, but sometimes it is used. Okay. Yeah, go on.
Good morning. My name is Angela Rainscombe, and I am responsible for my company's productive use of its workforce.
Okay, so human resources, and here we have workforce, yeah? So it's clear. Okay, who wants to continue?
I can.
Yes, Victor, please.
Okay, from secretary.
Secretary, yeah.
Hello, I'm Hilary Hanna. I type letters file documents, arrange meetings, and so on for the various people in my office.
Yeah, it's clear. These are responsibilities of a secretary, yeah, to type letters, to file documents. Well, that is the same as Girl Friday, well, but it is more formal.
It can be kind of office manager or something like this.
Yeah, nowadays, secretaries are more often called office managers, but not secretaries. Well,
Yes.
but yeah, the background is the same.
Managing director. Hello there, Don Brown. Nice to meet you. I make sure that the company is being run efficiently and effectively.
Okay. Well, here I can say that, well, like managing director and chief executive officer, well, these are the same positions. What is the difference?
I think chief executive officer is more familiar with the accounting process, maybe
No.
with some, like in this way,
No,
some
the
reports.
The difference is in that is the difference between different Englishes. Yeah, the managing director, that is for British English, and a chief executive officer, that is for American one. That's it. Well, but the position, so say that the company is being run effectively, efficiently. Well, and here they say most important director in charge of the company. So when you are in charge of the company, so you take care of the company and that it should run efficiently and effectively. So the responsibilities are the same. So American, British. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
Assistant manager, and I'm Bob Whitley. I help Max Cyril. Yes, assistant is
Help
it's
someone.
like
Yeah.
помощник.
Yes,
maybe.
right. Well, it could be like personal assistant or assistant manager. Okay. The next.
Chairman. Good morning. I'm Peter Falcon, and I preside over the company's board meetings.
So when they say I preside over meetings, well, that is a chairman. Okay. Well, the position in the company of this person could be, well, any, really. Okay.
Non-executive director, and I'm Helen Brown. I attend board meetings, but only to listen and give advice. I cannot usually make decisions on behalf of the company.
Yeah, that is why non-executive director. So this person cannot make decisions. Yeah, only like advisory role. Okay.
Chief Executive Officer. My name's Liz Hamley, and I suppose I'm the big cheese around here. Basically, I'm the most important director in charge of the company. It's American variant, yes. American. The same is to managing director, but managing, yes, in British.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, and the last one?
Company secretary. I'm Lawrence Wooden. I'm senior employee here with director status and administrative and legal authority. This is a legal requirement for all limited companies in the UK.
Yeah, here you have to understand that it is not just secretary, like secretary or Girl Friday. Well, that is the managerial position. Well, and usually it's in British English. Here they have managing director and they have company secretary. Well, these positions may be equal. I'm not an expert in this, well, but if you look at the structure of the company, if it is a hierarchical structure, the company secretary would be somewhere at the top of this hierarchy. So director status. Okay. Yeah, any questions here?
No.
No questions. Well,
No question.
then we go further. And Yeah, just want you to look at the whiteboard. Yeah, where is it? Whiteboard? Whiteboard. Yes, here we have, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so you're given the group of words and so you have to find out which one is one odd out. So which is different? Well, and why, of course, and of course, why? Yeah. So the first line, yeah, who would read the first line and who will tell which one is odd one out and why? Well, job, task, work, and project. So which word doesn't fit into this line?
Job.
You're saying job. Why? Can you
task.
explain? Or task. So the only one word which doesn't fit.
Mm,
No ideas?
no.
Nobody? Okay. So I can say a job, a specific job. Yes, a task, a specific task. A project also can be a specific one. Yeah. Well, but can I say a work? Yes, I can if I mean work of art, for example. Yeah. Well, but work is an uncountable noun, and it refers to like general concept. Job, task, a project, these words all refer to specific items. So the difference is in grammar. So work is uncountable, all the rest are countables. You see? Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let us go to the second line, manager, boss, deputy, and supervisor. So which one is odd one out here?
Perhaps deputy,
Deputy, why do you think so?
because deputy is like a second person. Boss is a first person, supervisor first person, but deputy like in a submissive position of
Yeah.
with another position.
Yeah. So it is called subordinate. Well, deputy is a subordinate, right?
Subordinate.
Yeah, deputy is a person who reports to a manager, to a boss, or to a supervisor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, and manager, boss, and supervisor, they are people above you in managerial hierarchy. Yeah, very good. And the third line, colleague, co-worker, associate, and collaborator.
Associate.
Why?
Because everyone is colleague, co-worker, collaborator.
Any other ideas?
I would say co-worker.
Why?
Because colleague, it's the same team. All of listed above, it's like one team, and co-working, like modern notion co-working place. It's just you separate a table with someone.
You share
And
a table.
yeah, you share, and you doesn't relate it. You don't relate it with another people by
Well,
work.
yeah, I see. So you see, the idea is good, well, but the word is wrong. Well, the word which doesn't suit in here is collaborator. Well, because a collaborator is someone from a different company. Well, but this person works with you, but he's from a different, or she is from a different company. Well, the other words, colleague, co-worker, and associate, well, they refer to those people who work in the same company as you. So colleague and co-worker is the same. And associate, that is also the person who works in the same company as you do. So collaborator, you work with these people, but with this person, well, but this person is from another company. You see, collaborator. Yeah. Then we continue further. Any questions? No questions. Okay.
No.
So then we have another listening task. We have another listening task, and yeah, just a second. How do I have to do this? Yeah, I will open it. I have not to forget to switch on the sound again. Sound. Here. Oh no, not here. Here. Сейчас, одну секундочку, не там включила. Извините. Share sound. Да. So what are we doing now? Yeah, we will listen to yeah, here. So we will listen to yeah, it seems to be David Darren. Well, and he will talk about the structure of the company. So your task is to listen to him and to fill in the gaps. Okay, so he is going to talk about the company structure. Well, ready to listen to?
Yes.
Okay.
Track 8.
Yeah, can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, Sam. Welcome to San Antonio.
Да что такое?
Now, I just want to tell you who's who. All right, Sam. Welcome to San Antonio. Now, I just want to tell you who's who at Warndar, so you know who to go to when you have questions, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's start here in marketing. I'm the business development manager, and I have a team of 4 reporting into me. 2 salesmen, Jake Smith, our art director, and Saida Hussein, who's our PR officer. You'll be working mainly with Jake and Saida in PR, but you're going to report directly to me.
All right.
As I told you, we're a small company, so the organization is simple for the moment. But we're growing fast, so that's going to change as we hire new staff. For example, right now, we don't really have an HR department. Monica Overstreet, our office manager, takes care of HR.
Yes, I met Ms. Overstreet last time I was here.
That's right. She also looks after finance, and she has 2 accountants working under her. Now then, as you probably know, Warndar Technologies was founded by Marilyn Warner, our CEO, and David Darren, who's now COO.
COO?
Yeah, Chief Operating Officer. Basically, David runs the business on a day-to-day basis. Marilyn deals with strategy. She's often away at our parent company in Houston.
Uh-huh. So Warndar is a subsidiary of the Iresis Group, right?
That's right. They took us over a couple years ago. Anyway, there are 3 other department heads who all report to David. Roxanne Paul is our IT manager in charge of IT and technical support. She's new. She joined 6 months ago when our old IT manager resigned.
Really?
Yeah, he was appointed head of IT in a big firm up in Washington. Nice job, but too much stress. They fired him after only 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Roxanne has a web developer and 2 support engineers reporting to her, okay? Now, the biggest department here is R&D. Doug Pearson has 7 research scientists in the lab. Doug coordinates our development programs, so he liaises with me in marketing and with our program manager, Herb Monroe. Herb manages the engineering department, and he's responsible for building our product package. He has a team of 3, 2 software engineers and a technical writer.
Okay.
All right, I think that's everyone. So let's go and meet Saida, unless you have any questions.
Yeah, okay. Well, are you ready to tell me, so what is what and who is who in this organigram, in this structure, or you would like to listen once again?
Once again, please.
Once again, okay.
Track 8.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Uh-huh.
good. Well, because
All right, Sam, welcome to San Antonio. Now, I just want to tell you who...
yeah, and just I'm sorry, at the very beginning, well, I told you that it is David Darren who is talking. Well, no, it's Bertram Newman. I'm mistaken. Okay, so this man from marketing department.
All right, Sam, welcome to San Antonio. Now, I just want to tell you who's who at Warndar, so you know who to go to when you have questions, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's start here in marketing. I'm the business development manager, and I have a team of 4 reporting into me. 2 salesmen, Jake Smith, our art director, you'll be working mainly with Jake and Saida in PR, but you're going to report directly to me.
All right.
As I told you, we're a small company, so the organization is simple for the moment. But we're growing fast, so that's going to change as we hire new staff. For example, right now, we don't really have an HR department. Monica Overstreet, our office manager, takes care of HR.
Yes, I met Ms. Overstreet last time I was here.
That's right. She also looks after finance, and she has 2 accountants working under her. Now then, as you probably know, Warndar Technologies was founded by Marilyn Warner, our CEO, and David Darren, who's now COO.
COO?
Yeah, Chief Operating Officer. Basically, David runs the business on a day-to-day basis. Marilyn deals with strategy. She's often away at our parent company in Houston.
Uh-huh. So Warndar is a subsidiary of the Iresis Group, right?
That's right. They took us over a couple years ago. Anyway, there are 3 other department heads who all report to David. Roxanne Paul is our IT manager in charge of IT and technical support. She's new. She joined 6 months ago when our old IT manager resigned.
Really?
Yeah, he was appointed head of IT in a big firm up in Washington. Nice job, but too much stress. They fired him after only 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Roxanne has a web developer and 2 support engineers reporting to her, okay? Now, the biggest department here is R&D. Doug Pearson has 7 research scientists in the lab. Doug coordinates our development programs, so he liaises with me in marketing and with our program manager, Herb Monroe. Herb manages the engineering department, and he's responsible for building our product package. He has a team of 3, 2 software engineers and a technical writer.
Okay.
All right, I think that's everyone. So let's go and meet Saida, unless you have any questions.
Okay, so let us go through. Well, David Darren, what is his position?
Chief Operating Officer.
Okay, so Chief Operating Officer, what is the difference? Well, CEO and COO.
CO is more involved in the strategy.
Okay, okay. Well, and day-to-day operations, that is David Darren, Chief Operating Officer. Okay, now go to administration. Well, so Monica Overstreet, well, what is her position?
Office manager.
Wow,
Office
she is,
manager.
yeah, she's an office manager. Well, and she is a supervisor of 2
Accountants.
Okay, so she has 2 accountants who report to her. Okay, well, then the next department, marketing. Well, and this man, Bertram Newman, who was talking to us, or not to
Business
us, to, yeah, is
development manager.
business development manager. Well, so, and in his supervision, he has 1 art director and 1, well, what kind of officer? Yeah, 2 salesmen and, well, no, don't know. Nobody. Okay. So there is PR officer. PR. So what is PR?
Public relations.
Public relations. Yeah, public relations. Yeah. Okay. Then Douglas Pearson, who is R&D manager. So he is in charge of which department? So he is R&D manager. What is his department?
Engineering.
So there is R&D department, research and development. Okay, so and who works in his department? 7
Scientists.
research scientists. Yeah, research scientists. Well, then Herb Monroe, who is a program manager, is the head of what department?
Engineering.
Engineering department, and she or he, don't remember, supervises 2 software engineers and 1
Technical writer.
technical writer. Yeah, good. Well, then there is IT and technical support department, in charge of which is Roxanne Hall, and her position is called
IT manager.
IT manager. So, and in her supervision, there is one
Web developer.
Web developer, yes.
and 2
Support.
Support engineers. Yeah, 2 support engineers. So this is yeah, the structure of this company, of this branch of well, a bigger company. And can you tell me what is the structure? Do you remember from the previous lesson? Well, we talked about different structures: hierarchical structure, product structure, functional structure, and metric structure. So which one is this?
Functional.
Maybe.
Here it is functional. Yes, it is functional. Okay. Yeah, good. Well, here is the next task. Well, these are the phrases from this audio. Well, our task is to match like the beginning with the ending. Well, it is divided into parts, so it will make easier to perform. So from 1 to 5, from A to E. So you have to match. So you're going to report, you're looking here. So which suits, which matches?
With me in marketing.
No, only in this part. Here, from A to E.
Oh. Directly to me.
Directly to me. Oops, yes, that's true. Well, she also looks
After finance.
After finance. Okay, good. Next, she has 2 accountants working
with strategy.
with strategy.
Yes.
Accountants working with strategy.
Yes, maybe.
Sure.
Sure.
Huh?
On a day-to-day basis.
No, it's a David forced
Under
run.
her.
the business.
Under her. Well, so to work under someone, well, that means that they report to someone. So she has 2 accountants working under her. So she as a supervisor and they are subordinates. So if someone works under you, that means that you are the boss. Okay. Yeah. So David runs the business
On a day-to-day basis.
Well, because he is chief operating officer, and Marilyn deals with
Strategy.
Yeah, so she is CEO. Okay, good. Well, the second part, well, you look here. So our office manager.
Takes care of personnel.
Yes, that's true. Well, because they don't have a real HR department. Yeah, HR department. Yeah. Okay. So he's responsible
for building our product package.
Well, it is responsible for building. Oh, okay. Yeah. Roxanne is in charge
of IT and technical support.
Technical support. My role is
to manage marketing and sales.
Okay. And the last one, he liaises
with
that's
the
the last
main
one.
marketing.
Yeah. So what is this word, lies? Do you know the word? Yeah. It's like collaborate, cooperate, work together. Lies. Okay. Well, so these are very good phrases when you describe like your position, your job responsibilities. So if you report to someone, yeah, so I report to to my manager. Well, I look after finance, or I look after, well, it depends on your sphere of application. Yeah. So working under me, to work under, well, to run the business. Well, you know this phrase, well, on a day-to-day basis, well, deals with something, well, take care of something, responsible for doing some things, to be in charge of something. It's, well, to be responsible for or to be in charge of, well, these are kind of synonyms. Well, my role is to do something, and you can liaise with someone. So very good phrases. Well, you have to to remember them and to use them when you describe your positions. Okay. Then what? Yeah, wait a second. I just want to be sure that if this is the next task we're going to do. No. Yeah, before we go further, I just want to ask you some questions. Oh no, you have already told me. They are talking about like a Wonder company, and do you remember? Well, they mentioned irises. So, do you remember what is the relationship between these 2 companies? Don't you remember?
It was a subsidiary, actually, the first one acquired, that we're talking about.
Yeah. So they took over. So Iris is a company which is situated somewhere in Houston or somewhere. Well, and it took Wonder over, well, several years ago, some time ago. Well, okay. Now again, Yeah. A task which deals with this audio. Prepositions. Prepositions. Well, again, these are the words from the text. Well, who wants to start? We'll have to put into the gaps these prepositions. Yeah, who wants to try? Yeah, who will try? Boys. Hello.
Okay, then I will go.
Yeah, Bogdan, please. So you are
Uh,
my savior, so you saved my time, okay? Please.
All right. So this month, Wonder News is delighted to welcome Sam Shenton, our new intern. Sam, who comes from Boston, joined the marketing team and will be working under Jake Smith and Jaden Hussein, or alongside.
Yeah, I guess alongside is better, well, because it's just when you work under, that means that they are your boss. Someone is your boss. Someone is your boss. Well, here alongside, together with. Okay.
Okay.
Alongside.
Andy Highlands has moved from R&D. He is now working in IT manager. Under IT manager Roxanne Paul in IT and technical support.
Under,
yeah. Because yeah, here is mentioned, right? Manager, so.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, good.
He replaces Fred Staples, who retired last month. Good move, Andy. News of Jackson Taylor, our former IT manager, after transferring to Washington and working as head of IT. Is it a company, Stearns and Low? Yeah, if it is a company.
It is a company, yeah.
Yeah, then at. Yeah.
Okay.
Stearns and Low. Jackson is now back in San Antonio. He was hired immediately, but only to work in an internet cafe. Yeah. Jackson tells us it's just a temporary demotion. He is also working on a business plan for a new social networking site. We wish him we wish him the best of luck.
Okay. Well, so prepositions are very important in English, yeah. So it's sometimes quite difficult to choose the correct one to use. Okay. Any questions as to the vocabulary here? Tell me, please, what is temporary demotion?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to highlight
this. What do you think? Well, according to the context, well, sometimes we can guess the word from the context. What do you think? No ideas? Well, that means that now he is working at a position which is lower than he used to have. Temporary demotion. Тимчасове пониження у посаді. Demotion. Зниження, пониження. Okay? Well, yeah, that's it here. Now we continue. Well, and I think that's it here. Well, That's it with vocabulary and well, our topic about company culture and company work organization and responsibilities. So that's it so far. And I want to ask you about, well, the grammar. The previous time we were talking about passive voice. Yeah, you remember? And I placed in your Google Classroom some worksheets to do. Well, did you have time to look through or not? We'll have a look now.
I maybe didn't receive invitation for the work class.
Yeah, I will send it once again. It was in chat. Сейчас. Одну секунду. Так. Сейчас открою. Wait a second. Passive. Так, это я открыла. You haven't received the invitation. Извините, кто не получил приглашение? Давайте я в личном отправлю. Ребята.
Приглашение. Где оно должно быть?
Оно было в чате. Или чат пропадает?
В Classroom, который?
Да, да.
Да, получали.
Получали, есть, да? Просто я могу еще раз отправить, если как бы. Так вот она висит тут. Есть такая. Okay. Now let us have a look at the passives. Так, passive был здесь. Okay. So that was in your Google Classroom. Well, and here you were given, well, some explanations. I hope that you have read. Well, and we watched a video, so we skip it. Well, here I just want to be sure that you do it correctly. So you have to complete the sentences using these verbs in correct passive form. Okay. Yeah, Yaroslav, will you start?
Bread was made from flour and water.
Why was? Why it is in past simple? It's like something which happens every day. Yeah, it should be present simple. So bread
is made
from flour and water. Yes, is made. Yeah, you can, of course, you can say was made. Well, if you mean like the bread, if it was the bread, and you meant some specific, a loaf of bread which your mother made yesterday, for example, yeah, then was made. Well, but bread without any article in general, yeah, so is made from flour and water. Okay, Victor, will you?
I didn't see you at the party because I hadn't been invited.
Perfect. Hadn't been invited. Past perfect.
Past perfect, yes.
Okay, Bogdan.
The office is cleaned by the janitor every morning.
Yes, very good. Is cleaned by the janitor. Well, you know the word janitor, yeah? So that is like a cleaning person. Yeah, number 4, Sergey.
No one knows when the book is hidden.
When the book is?
Hidden.
When the hidden? Written, maybe.
Hidden.
Well, you mean hide?
Yep, but in a short time, hidden.
Yes,
hidden.
yes, the third form of the verb is hidden. Well, but why have you chosen this verb?
Nobody knows where the book because the book is hidden.
Okay. When the book is hidden. Well, that is a strange choice of the verb. У нас есть... Yeah, we have
Хать
this...
спрятать.
Да, ну почему она спрятана? Она написана, наверное.
When.
Okay, when. Ну, если бы еще было where, я могла бы как бы согласиться, но как-то не совсем.
По сути,
Okay.
Не, в
перевод.
принципе,
Никто не знает, когда книга была
может.
спрятана.
Ну да, когда книга была, и нам нужно тогда бы в любом случае было прошедшее время, да? When the book was hidden. Ну, yeah, this sentence, well, has the right to exist. Yes, of course, well, but in some context. Well, but if it is without any context, maybe it is better to use this verb, right?
Read. Okay. Written.
Yes, when the book was
Is
written,
written.
past simple,
Was written.
was written in the past. Agree?
Мгм.
Окей. Так, кто у меня есть еще из тех, кого я слышу? Станислава слышу? Станислав. Okay, please try it. Number 5.
John teach French at school when he was a child.
No, okay, you can say John taught French. Teach, taught. Well, but we use passive, and when he was a child,
John
it's
was teaching.
no, not was teaching. It should be passive. Well, because when he was a child, I don't think that he could teach. Passive voice. Passive voice, past simple. Well, you can help.
John is teaching.
John was taught.
Was taught. Yes, was because it is past simple, right? And taught because we use the third form of the verb. Teach, taught. So John was taught French at school. Okay. Then Alexander, are you here?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, please. Number 6.
Do you hear about the accident this morning? Fortunately, only 2 people. Yeah, this number 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
You people. 1 second. Hurt, мабуть.
Yeah. So only 2 people.
Was hurted. Hurt, це неправильний глагол, да?
Yeah, irregular verb.
Да, я робив це, але я вже не пам'ятаю.
Добре. Yeah, hurt. The same form. Yeah, hurt.
Yeah.
Well, but why was 2 people? 2 people
They were hurt.
were hurt. Fortunately, only 2 people were hurt. Okay, and number 7, Dmitry, are you here? Okay, Ruslan. Okay. Так, ну ладно, возвращаемся к началу. А вот еще Игорь есть. Давайте.
Yeah.
Угу.
The burger didn't want John at delivery box because it наверное, right.
Да, hide. Вот мы добрались до этого глагола. Yeah, which tense?
Was hidden.
Hidden.
Oh.
Hidden. Yeah, it could be was hidden. Yeah, it could be was hidden. Well, but if you say had been hidden, also possible. Well, but I prefer past simple. Was hidden under the bed. Well, okay. Yeah, very good. Well, then the next one is active or passive. So you have to choose and to put the verb in the correct form. Okay. Yeah. Again. Так. Сейчас, одну секундочку, я просто смотрю, в принципе, довольно много подключены, но, видно, не все со звуком. Окей, Ярослав, so we're back to you.
Tom's parents died when he was a child, so he was bringing him up by his grandparents.
He was bringing, past continuous,
Brought.
active.
It's passive.
Passive, okay, so he was the third form then. Bring. Ага. Не слышу. Ага.
Я не знаю. Bring him
Brought.
Brought.
Bring,
was
brought.
brought up.
Ага.
Uh-huh.
By his
By
parents.
his
Well,
grandparents.
yeah, grandparents. Okay. And you know what bring up is, yeah?
Выращен.
Воспитывать, растить. Okay,
Воспитывать,
good.
хорошо.
Uh-huh. Okay. Victor, will you continue?
Yes, I liked your old Facebook profile picture. Why did you change it?
Okay.
It's active.
It's active. Well, why did you change it? Or perfect maybe is better here?
Why had you changed it?
Have
you changed it?
Why have you changed it?
Why
Well, because
have
you
you
don't
changed
know when it happened. Yeah, you know only
Yes.
the result. Yeah, but both are possible, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the next one, number 3, Bogdan, will you try?
My new photos. My new photos have been taken.
No. Yeah, were taken. Good.
Taken when I was on holiday in Spain.
Yes, very good. Were taken the same time when he was on holiday. Yeah, so that we know when. Yeah, very good. Sergey.
I can't get in house. The door is locked.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Very good. Is locked. Number 5, Stanislav, will you?
The shop is closing every day at 5 p.m.
Is closing, you said.
Yes,
Continues.
it is closed.
Well, okay. Here you can use passive. Here the shop is closed. We mean by someone. Yeah. Can we say the shop closes every day at 5 p.m.? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can. So we can use both active and passive here. Well, so the shop closes or the shop is closed. Well, number 6, Alexander, will you?
Yes. No, my wallet still. Well, I was. My wallet have been stolen while I was at the bar.
Stolen.
Stolen.
Yeah.
while I was
So you think it is past simple? Oh, yeah, past simple. Or you said was? You said was or не услышала я.
Це, мабуть, was, да? My wallet was, was be stolen.
No. Why be?
Was stolen while I was at the bar.
Okay, so my wallet was stolen while I was at the bar. So this is at the same time when I was there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But we need decrease on the one level because it was stolen before.
Why?
Okay.
No, just in sentence 6 it is passive. Well, because my wallet was stolen by someone. Yeah. Well, and in sentence 7, who's next? Dmitry, are you here? No, Ruslan, are you here? No, Yaroslav.
Somebody stolen. Somebody stole my wallet while I was at the bar.
Yes.
I'm never going back there again.
Okay. Okay, good. So the tense is the same. Well, but in sentence 6 it is passive, and 7 it is active. Well, yeah. Well, number 8, Victor.
Alan drives everywhere. He loves his new car.
Okay, perfect. Well, and what about the president, Bogdan?
The president drives everywhere. He has his own private chauffeur. Is driven then here.
Is driven, yes, is driven. Well, because the chauffeur, his own private chauffeur drives. Well, but he is driven. Okay, very good. So these were like affirmative sentences. Well, now we have questions with the passive. Yeah, questions with the passive. Well, the first one is given as an example. So when was the television invented? Well, here, number one, Sergey?
When the first website was built.
The
when,
order
when was the first site built?
Okay, very good. Igor?
When the television...
No, number two. About telephone.
When... Не знаю как.
Well, look at the example. So, the only one word is different. So, when television invent, when telephone invent. So, when was the television invented? When
television
when was the telephone invented? Okay. Well, now please, the next is Stanislav, please.
How often was the Olympics held?
Why in the past?
I don't know.
Yeah, it should be present simple because it happens every 4 years, right? In the past, in the present, and hope will be repeated in the future. Yeah. So how often? And the Olympics is plural. So how often? Present.
Olympics held. I don't know.
No, how often are? So we put the verb before the subject, right? Hold, held. So how often are the Olympics held? Okay, Alexander, number 4.
Number 4, when was the first car made?
Made. Okay, good. Number 5, about America. Yaroslav?
When
it was in the past.
Was America discovered?
Yeah, when was America discovered? Victor, number 6.
Which leader was shown on Indian banknotes?
Why have you decided it was in the past? Yeah, I think that they are asking about, which leader is shown. It's present.
Is shown on Indian.
Yeah, is shown on Indian banknotes. Okay. The answers. Okay, so you can see Gandhi is shown on Indian banknotes. Well, here are these sentences which give you some information about these events. Okay. Now, from active into passive. Yeah, that's a very good exercise. Okay. Let us see. Так, запуталась. Виктор.
Almost everybody uses a computer these days. Computers are almost used by everybody.
No, so computers are used almost by everybody, you can say, yeah? So computers are used almost by everybody these days. Okay, yeah, good. Bogdan?
A loud noise woke me up this morning. I woke up this morning cause
No, passive. Yeah, it should be passive.
I woke up.
No.
I was
Yes, I was woken up.
This by
a
loud noise this morning.
Yes, very good. Sergey?
Somebody must tell him about the problem immediately. He must be told about the problem immediately.
Okay, very good. Igor? Igor, are you here? Okay. Stanislav?
Nobody can complete this task. It's only 1 hour. This task
should be
complete.
No. This task can. It should be a negative sentence. Yeah. So this task can.
Can't be.
Cannot be. Yeah. Cannot be.
Can't.
Can't. Okay. Can't. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to be sure that you will hear this can and not. Yeah. Cannot be completed.
Cannot be completed in only 1 hour.
Okay. Very good. Number 5. Please, Alexander.
Yes, number 5. Many people have lost their job during the economic crisis. Many job was
Stop, Sasha. Many people have lost their jobs. Yeah, have lost. Present perfect.
Many job had lost.
Have
lost.
No. Have lost is active. Have lost.
Ну, багато роботи було потеряно, чи many job.
Да. Ну, ми залишаємо present perfect. Як це працює? Дієслово to be має бути у present perfect.
To be, have, had lost.
No. Have been. Have been lost. No, lost is third form. Lose, lost. So have been. So we have the verb be, and we put it in present perfect. Have been. Okay? Present perfect is have plus third form of the verb. Ми маємо допоміжне слово have present perfect, і третю форму дієслова be, been, right? And then we have third form of this notion verb. І третю форму дієслова, ну, яке ми мали сказати тут, так? So have been lost. Many jobs have been lost during
The economic crisis.
crisis. Yeah, the
Crisis.
economic crisis. Okay. Well, the next, please. Так, это у меня был Александр, да? Так, Дмитрия не слышу, Руслана не слышу. Возвращаюсь к Ярославу.
Я был готов.
Okay.
When did somebody write this letter? When was this letter? Yeah, when was
Yeah,
this letter written?
that's it. Yeah, when was
Written
this
by
written?
somebody?
No, it is not necessary. Well, when we use passive, who did the action is not important. Well, sometimes we add the doer of the action. Well, but usually not. So when did somebody write
Was
this
this
letter?
letter written?
Yeah, when was this letter written? Okay, when was this letter written? Well, number 7, Victor.
Do you think they will discover a cure for cancer one day? Do you think a cure for cancer will be discovered one day?
Perfect. Yes, everything is okay. Bogdan.
They didn't advertise the job offer on the internet. The job offer was not advertised on the internet.
Okay, good. Number 9, Sergey.
My grandparents built this house over 60 years ago. This house was built over 60 years ago.
Yeah, well, in this case, you can add, this house was built by my grandparents. You can say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is important. Okay. Number 10, please, Stanislav.
Nobody has seen her since last month. She
Видите, вам специально такой попадается.
А у меня просто вот эти вопросительные, это
Это не вопросительно.
Не, ну
это...
такі перестройки речень. Це She nobody has seen. She is. Я просто не до кінця розумію, що треба тут робити.
Смотрите, has seen – это активный залог. Да, то есть это present perfect, который мы образуем при помощи have, has и третья форма глагола. Нам нужно тоже present
hasn't been.
Будет, потому что nobody. Потому
Hasn't
что...
been?
Да. Не вставляется сейчас. Не могу вставить. Paste. Ага, вот. Смотрите. То есть у нас форма должна быть такая. Seen остается по-любому, правильно? Потому что третья форма глагола. Теперь нам нужно глагол to be поставить в perfect, present perfect. То есть has been. Но у нас еще и отрицательное предложение. Nobody has seen her. So she has not... Here, hasn't можем сократить, да? Hasn't
been seen
да.
last month.
Hasn't been seen since last month. So she hasn't been seen since last month. Well, you can say she has been seen by nobody. It's possible, yeah, since last month.
Thank you. Дякую.
You're welcome. Well, yeah, the next, Alexander, please.
All the hotel staff are treating us really well. All the hotel staff are treating... А treating як це перекладається?
Treat, обходиться, обращаться. Treat.
Зрозумів. Як це, я смисл, хочу, як
Ну,
це сказати.
персонал
весь
персонал
а,
отелю
дуже
добре з
гарно з
нами.
нами поводиться, да.
Так,
Я розумію.
так.
А як це passive voice?
Ага.
We are...
Being.
So we are,
are.
смотрите, сразу же глагол, который у нас смысловой, да?
Ну, третья форма, да.
В третьей форме должен быть, да? То есть мы его сразу же treated. А глагол to be, глагол to be у нас должен быть в present continuous. So we are
be treated.
Being. У нас же present continuous, вот он, да? Глагол to be плюс глагол в третьей форме. So we are being treated really well.
We are being treated really well.
Yeah, we can
А
say
якщо це був би, ну, прошедшее время, якщо було б we were...
Yeah, we were treated. Это past simple. We were treated. Если бы у вас было present simple, we are treated. А здесь continuous. We are being treated.
А якщо past continuous, то
We were being treated.
we were being treated.
Yeah, we were being treated.
Якщо є continuous і без оцього to be, якщо немає continuous.
Нет, у вас, если есть continuous, то у вас being будет по-любому.
Да, а якщо не continuous, а simple, то тоді те ж саме, але без being. Без
Так. Вам треба, ну, как би тут така формула є. Дієслово, яке ми хочемо, головне, воно завжди буде в третій формі, treated, відразу його ставимо в цю форму. А дієслово to be, яке ми використовуємо для формування пасивного стану, ми ставимо в той час, який ми хочемо використовувати. Якщо це present simple, ми ставимо is або are. Якщо це present continuous, am being, is being, are being. Якщо це past simple, was або were. Якщо це past continuous, was being, were being. Якщо це present perfect, have been treated. Якщо це past perfect, had been treated. Час показує нам дієслово to be в пасиві. Добре? Так, і останнє тут в нас є. Будь ласка. Так, хто в нас? Тут вже нікого немає. Ярослав, знову ви.
Has somebody found Jack's phone yet? Has Jack's phone was...
No. Has found. Present perfect. Yeah? Present perfect дієслово to be буде has been. Yeah? So has Jack's phone
been founded
been found
by somebody?
Found, yeah. Well, has Jack's phone been found? Ну, by somebody, okay. Found – це третя форма. Find, found. Yeah, because we have verb found засновувати. Це інше дієслово. Так, є таке діло. Дивіться. Нам ще треба повторити час, який past tenses. Я в Google Classroom там викладу вам, що подивитися, і наступного разу ми почнемо з граматики. І подивимося, що у нас з минулими часами. Добре?
Добре.
Так, дякуємо.
Добре. Чи є питання щодо матеріалу нашого уроку сьогодні? Чи є якісь питання?
Та майже нема, дякую.
Може, нема. Добре. Все, що я викладаю в Google Classroom, має такий рекомендаційний характер. Я не заставляю вас робити це, але ви ж розумієте, якщо вже витрачаємо час по суботах, то було б непогано, якщо б ви це повторювали. Добре? Так?
My quick question. I would repeat one topic really rarely used construction, like I have my car washed and all related with construction.
Passive, yeah, that is
Yeah.
passive construction, yeah. Well, yeah, we can talk about it next time. Well, because
Right.
today we don't have enough time for this. Well, because this is, yeah, that is really interesting. Well, when you don't do this by yourself, well, but somebody
Exactly.
does it for you. Yeah. Well, yeah, next time, well, from the very beginning, we will start with this, okay?
Okay, great.
Mhm.
We can send some materials about.
Yeah, okay, I will. Okay, good. So then, if you don't have any questions, then let me congratulate you with the coming Easter. Well, tomorrow is a great holiday, and well, wish you all the joy and happiness. And of course, well, the soonest victory, okay?
Дякуємо, вас теж.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Е,
Have a
Thank you.
nice
всього
holiday
доброго.
too.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. See you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Happy Easter.
Mhm.
See you.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.